Welcome back to another video. This is Adam from WPCrafter.com, where I make videos for non-techies. And in this video, I'm going to share with you, which could be one of these really hot offers that is a limited time type of deal. But I came across a new plugin that actually it's been out for a while, but I have been testing it out myself. And essentially, it's called WP Time Capsule. Now, what this is a more smart way of creating a backup for your website. So your traditional way, and I actually made a video not too long, maybe 6 months ago, about backing up your website. And in that video, I used a free plugin called Updrafts. Now, the way a traditional backup is done, the plugin will go ahead and take all of the files that make up your website and create a zip file, and depending on how large that is, it'll make multiple zip files, and then it takes your database and it zips that up and it creates this backup. Now, the negative of that is while it's doing this, it really slows down your website depending on who your host is. So if you're using a shared hosting provider, which is pretty much most of us, it's going to cause problems for your website visitors while that backup is actually happening. And in fact, this would happen to me. So I would have my backups happen at midnight. But since the world is global and people are on my website at all different times, every now and then I would get an email from someone and they would let me know that they were on my website at this time and things weren't working right. And this is because I know my backup was going on and it was just eating away at the resources of my computer. So it's not a real intelligent or smart way to make a backup. And that is where WP Time Capsule comes in. And I think where they're actually getting this name is on Mac computers, Apple computers. They have this feature called Time Machine. And what it does is every hour it looks on your computer to find files that have changed. So if you had a Word document and maybe you added a paragraph to it and you closed it, that would count as a change. So it wouldn't just look for new files, it would look for changed files, and then it would only back that up, only back up what changed. And so what this does is it results in a backup that takes up a lot less space and a lot less resources. And so what they have done is taken this concept and made this plugin WP Time Capsule. And you can essentially use this to make this thing called an incremental backup. So instead of the way that Updrafts and all the other backup plugins do it, what this does is it is smart. It looks at everything that changed. So if you update a plugin, that is a change. If you create a new post or get some new comments on your website, that is a change, and it will only back up what has changed. Now, there are many paid services that actually do this. I can think of 2 or 3 off the top of my head, but they cost anywhere between $10 and $150 per month. Now, what they're doing differently in WP Time Capsule, which I think is amazing, is you're actually going to connect this into your own Dropbox account or Google Drive or Amazon, and you're going to be able to make a backup of your site to your own storage solution. So unlike those other solutions that also have this incremental backup feature, your files go on their servers, and I prefer to be the only one to have access to my files. In fact, when you use WP Time Capsule, they don't have access to your files, and I like that a lot. Now, they do have a special promotion going on. They came out with a pro version, and it just was released, and it adds some pro features, and they have a pretty interesting lifetime offer going. Now, it's going to expire in about 6 days, but before I tell you about this, they do have the free version that is pretty good, and here is my website. Now, I don't usually show the back end of my website, but here it is, and so I'm actually in the plugin right now, and you can see I actually installed and started testing this on my own website on the 13th, and I was having it make daily backups, and you can see I have 1 restore point. So here's something interesting. So let me just show you, for example, on the 15th, there is one restore point. Now, when I click on this, it's going to tell me what was done right here. And I can click on this little icon right here to see what was backed up that day. When I click on it, we can see that on the 15th, the only changes to my website were 6 files. So instead of it backing up 10,000 files, it only backed up 6 because that was all that had changed or been added. And I love that. Now, right around here where it says 2 restore points, this is when I upgraded to the Pro version. So when I click on this, it's going to show me right here at 5:06 p.m. it made a backup because I updated 3 plugins on my website. So I can actually revert back if I update a plugin and I didn't like how it worked out. I can immediately revert back to it, the older version, without any site downtime, which is huge. And you can see right here 3 restore points, and this is because it made its auto backup. Right here I updated a plugin, and then here as well a little bit later in time I updated a different plugin. So it's making these restore points. When you use the free version, it's going to make the 1 backup per day, and it's going to keep the prior 15 days of backups. Now, with the Pro version, what it will do is it will make a backup before you update a plugin, which makes it amazing, so you can easily snap back to the prior version with just a few mouse clicks, and there is no limit to how far you can go back. So also with the paid version, you have this one-click staging. So you have this staging option right here. So literally, if I wanted to test a plugin update or a theme update, I can just click one button right here, and it's going to create a staging site on my server that I can test it, and it won't affect the live site at all. And then if I like the way that it's working, I can then go and update it right here. And this is a pretty amazing feature for the plugin. Now, this is in the Pro version right here. Right here, there's going to be detailed activity log. Let me show you the settings panel right here as well. So here is the settings panel. You can see right here, I have the Pro license right there. I have it connected to my Dropbox. Right here, I can choose the type of backup. Right here, I can choose when it will back up, and based on what time zone, I can click this backup button right now for it to make a backup immediately. And then right here, I can choose how it will back up when I do any updates. And also right here is a really amazing feature. I can have this plugin, the Pro version, automatically update my website for me. It can automatically update my WordPress, my themes, and my plugins. And I know that if there's a problem with any of the updates, I can click a few mouse clicks and I can immediately go back in time. And that's why they call this WP Time Capsule. So let's go back to their website right here. And I want to tell you who should use this and who doesn't really need to use this. So you can come to their website right here. I'll have a link down below, and you can just click on that to go and take a look at it. But right here you can see the difference between your traditional backups and using something like WP Time Capsule, which is using this incremental backup system. So your traditional, it's going to bog down your website. Now, if you have an important website and people come to your website, you might want to think about going with something like WP Time Capsule, which has these incremental backups. So this would be someone like me. I have people on my website all the time. So for someone like me, I definitely should go this incremental route. And it's just going to use a lot less resources on my server, take up a lot less space for storage, and it's going to be a lot faster to restore. So with your traditional solutions, if you want to just restore a plugin that was in a backup, you have to restore the entire old backup. Well, with this, you could just restore the files that changed. So you can have that ability just to restore what you want, not have to restore everything. Because the negative of restoring everything is you might then restore something that causes another problem versus just restoring what you want to restore. So that is another benefit it with WP Time Capsule. And you have different storage options. Right here is a nice pricing grid and a comparison chart of other solutions, and this is probably what it's going to cost once they're out of this pro launch phase with this limited time discount. It's going to be about $5 per site, it says here. I don't know if that's a firm number, but even at $5 per site per month, it is a great deal to use something like WP Time Capsule and switch to these incremental backups. But like I said, there's a limited lifetime offer going on right now. So let's scroll up here and check out the features so we're clear on the difference between the free version and this pro version. So the first main feature is set it and forget it, which means the backups are going to happen without you having to do anything. Now this is going to be in the free and the pro version. And then right here, offsite backups, it's going to be in the free and the pro version as well, which is these 3 different storage solutions. And then the one-click restore is also in both solutions. But right here is only in the Pro, this staging and update. And this is where you can click the one button and then you're going to have a staging site all set up for you. And the auto backup before manual and auto updates. This is also another Pro feature that is huge if you ask me. Now let's take a look at their pricing page just to see how this is going to be structured. So here's another reminder of the 4 main features that you are going to get with the Pro version. Here are the packages that they're offering for just another 6 days. So for backing up to 5 sites, it's going to cost $197, and that's not per month, that's not per year. This is going to be a one-time cost. Up to 50 sites, it's going to be $397, and unlimited sites, it's going to be $597. Now, what's really unique about this is the people that developed this plugin also make another suite called Infinite WP, and what that is a platform to manage multiple WordPress websites. And what's ironic is about 4 years ago when they launched Infinite WP, they had a similar offer like this. And back then it was $199 for a lifetime license to any add-ons that they release for Infinite WP. Now, if you go to Infinite WP's website right now, I think it's $600 per year for what I purchased for that $199 4 years ago. So they made a similar offer, but for a different product of theirs, and they made it better. They added add-ons. They also increased the price. And you know what? I'm one of the lucky people that saw that this was going to be an amazing solution when they told me this offer for Infinite WP. I paid the $199, and now I got this great lifetime package that everyone else is paying $600 per year for. I ended up getting it for that $199 offer. And this is going to be another one of those types of situations. These are great prices for what you get. Now, here's who should buy this and who shouldn't buy this. If you're an agency, you need to buy this. If you have an important website, you need to buy this. If you have a website that gets a lot of traffic and you don't want to have any downtime, especially when you're doing the most crucial task on your website to protect yourself, which is make a backup, you need to buy this. If you have an e-commerce store, you really should think about buying this. For me, I have a website that does e-commerce. It also has those online courses with lots of activity. I bought this because I need something like this. I don't want any downtime for my visitors. I want the maximum protection that only an update can give me, but I don't want to spend all these server resources on it. Now, the people that don't really need to buy this are folks that maybe you just have a 5-page website. It doesn't get a lot of traffic anyway. So if you're using Updrafts or some kind of solution that makes a complete backup every single time, if that's your website, it's not so crucial to get this. Don't think that you need to get this. Now, there's still conveniences that this gives you that won't give you, but it's not so crucial that you have an incremental backup solution. In my mind, the people that should be using this are people that have websites that change a lot, or have a lot of traffic or are mission critical, or if something happened, even 10 minutes of downtime, you might lose money. Those are the people that absolutely should take advantage of this offer. And I've been using it, and I've also been using it in tandem with Updrafts. However, I'm going to disable and delete and stop using Updrafts because I prefer the way this makes the backups better. I don't want my website visitors having a slow experience ever, but I also, if I update something that causes a problem, I really want to be able to just click a few buttons and to be able to go back in time and restore the prior version of that plugin. It's just worth it to me to pay some money in order to not have those problems. It's just kind of like an insurance policy, and it totally makes sense for someone like me. But I don't want you to think I'm telling you to try this out and maybe purchase one of these lifetime licenses if you have a small website that really doesn't get a lot of traffic. This might be kind of overkill for you. So anyways, I really think this is a great plugin. It's a great opportunity. I have a link down below to it in the description and also in the pinned comments, and I think you should definitely try it out. So even though there's only 6 days left on this special offer, even if you saw this video after the special offer, it's still well worth it to be able to have the features that this Pro version offers. Because you made it to the end of the video, I have a free gift for you. But before I talk about that, I want to ask you to do something for me. If you could give this video a thumbs up down below, that would really help me out. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click on that subscribe button and become a subscriber and support this channel. And if you'd like YouTube to notify you when I upload new videos, there's a little bell next to that subscribe button. You can click on that and set that up as well. If you have any questions or a comment about this video, I'd love to answer it. There's a comment section down below. All you have to do is put in your question or comment. I respond to every single one. Hey, I made a course just for you, and it's called the 3 Steps to WordPress Success, and I want to give this to you. If you'd like to enroll in this course, there's a button right here off to the right. You can go ahead and click on that, enroll as a student, and that's just my way of saying thank you for supporting me and making it to the end of this video. I make them just for you.